else happens when the sun is shining on those plants. The plants are, with their roots, are soaking up the water from the soil. That water is traveling into the plant, and when the sun is shining on those plants' leaves, it is helping, if this was a leaf, that sun is helping the leaf to make food for the plant. Sun and the water and the soil and something special inside of the plant helps the plant to do something called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis helps the plant to break down water, and the hydrogen and the oxygen molecules that are a part of water, H and O, get to separate, and that plant gives the oxygen to us to breathe, to the animals to breathe. Take a big breath in right now. All of that beautiful oxygen is coming from our plants. And that sun has helped the plant give that oxygen to us. Now, when we breathe back out, and the animals are breathing back out, we are giving something back to the plant. We are giving that plant carbon dioxide. We're really important to each other, aren't we? We also, the sun is very, very important, but there are other things that are important on our planet. The water is very important. The soil that all of our things grow in all over the world and the continents is very important. What would happen if we didn't look after the water or the soil? What would happen if people were dumping garbage into the water and leaving garbage on the soil? What do you think might happen to our plants if they had dirty water or dirty soil? Good morning, Lunch Bunch. I am so excited. All of that work you did last week regarding learning about herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores was so that we could get ready today for a special lesson called The Sun is Important. This is the story. The sun is the most important star in our universe. The sun gives us heat. The sun gives us light. The sun gives us warmth. The sun gives energy for plants to grow. The sun gives energy for water plants like water lilies. The sun gives energy for plants like mushrooms to grow, cacti, wonderful trees all around our world, beautiful flowers like the Gerbera daisy, and plants for us to eat and for herbivores to eat, like carrots and grasses, lettuce, tomatoes, fruit, all kinds of vegetables. The sun gives those plants energy to grow. When those plants grow, they pass on that energy from the sun to herbivores. Herbivores like the koala. Do you remember what plant the koala eats? Eucalyptus. Those plants give energy to small herbivores like ladybugs and other insects. They provide seeds for parrots to eat, different grasses for deer to eat, food for large herbivores like the elephant, food for the swans and other birds, and for zebras as well, different horses, beautiful butterflies. The sun helps those plants to grow. The plants give that energy to the herbivores so the herbivores can live. The herbivores can grow and make other herbivores. And those herbivores are really important to our world too, because they provide energy for the carnivores. Like a bobcat needs to eat herbivores. Lizards need to eat herbivores. What do you think a penguin might eat? Maybe fish, and some fish are herbivores. Some of them are omnivores as well. The tiger definitely needs herbivores to eat. We have many big wildcats that need to eat herbivores. And when they eat the herbivores, this gives them, the carnivores, the energy so that they can grow, they can move, they can make babies to make other carnivores. They're a very important part of our world. Do you remember what kind of animal eats both plants and animals? That's right. Those are omnivores. So when the sun gives energy to the plants, and the plants give energy to the herbivores, and the herbivores give energy to the carnivores, both the herbivores and the carnivores in the sun give their energy to the omnivores. That's right. Omnivores like turtles, omnivores like the lemurs, omnivores like the bears that we talked about last week, omnivores like the raccoons. And what are people? What are you and Mom and Dad, me, Miss Julianne, Miss Sonia, Miss Sally? We are all omnivores, although some of us can choose to be herbivores like Miss Julianne. The sun helps us to grow. If the sun gives that energy to the plants give the energy to the herbivores give the energy to the carnivores, the herbivores and carnivores give energy to the omnivores, that's us. Then we have energy. We have energy to play, to move, to learn, to read, to love, to be a part of this beautiful world that we live in. This is why the sun is important. No, they wouldn't be able to live. The plants would not live. And if the plants could not grow, if there was dirty water and dirty soil, what would happen to our herbivores? They would have nothing to eat, would they? That would not be very good. And if there weren't any herbivores, what would happen to the carnivores? There would not be any carnivores to eat either. And if there weren't any carnivores, what would happen to our omnivores? What would happen to us? It would not be a very good world, would it? We would not have any of those beautiful things. So it is really, really important for us to look after our planet Earth, to make sure that we keep the water clean, that we keep the earth clean, that we grow plants just like we're doing right now. That is why our sun is important. Today, you get to make a little booklet about why is the sun important. Do you remember how we started our little booklet about the seeds yesterday? We're going to do a similar booklet today. So you'll need one piece of paper, cut it in half, and remember to staple it on the side. And on the front, you'll get to write, the sun is important. By, and then your name. And remember, when you hear I at the end of a word, it's typically a Y. The first thing that I'm going to write, I've already drawn my lines with the ruler, but you can draw yours today. I'm going to write sun and draw a picture of the sun. You can use crayons, markers, pencil crayons, whatever you like. I really like all of those things, but today I brought my pencil crayons. What color do you think the sun is? It definitely has yellow. What else does it have in it? Maybe some red. I have my orange and my red, so that's what I'm going to use just because that's what I have. Sometimes if you don't have all of the colors that you're used to, you just can use what you have. There's my sun, and my sun is going to be a swirly sun today. Lots of squiggly lines to show its good energy. Maybe that's a yellow. I'll give it a try and see. Kind of a peachy yellow. And that's okay. So there is my sun. You can draw your sun like mine or draw it how you would like. Now, what does the sun help to grow? Do you remember? Plants. So I'm going to spell plants, and I might draw some plants. Maybe I want to draw a tree today. Maybe some green and some brown. I just love the trees. I can hardly wait until the leaves start poofing out on our trees all around. So there's my tree. And maybe I want to draw, oh, I love flowers. Maybe I want to draw a flower as well. Maybe you want to draw a plant that you can eat, like a carrot. I just love carrots. All right, there's my sun. The sun helps the plants to grow. Do you remember what the plants give us? They give us oxygen. And what do people give back to the plants? We give carbon dioxide. So I'm going to draw a picture of those plants giving us some nice oxygen. Now, who eats the plants? What should we draw on this page? Herbivores. That's right. Herbivore. And I get to draw a herbivore, something that eats plants. So I'm going to take a look and just flip up a card and see which herbivore I get. I got a ladybug. I think I'm going to draw the ladybug. So I'll need some black and some red. Do you have to draw a ladybug though? No, maybe you want to draw a horse. Maybe you want to draw a cow. You can pick. Do you remember how many legs a ladybug has and insects have? They have 6, so I'm going to draw 6. And I want my ladybug to have a little bit of red. Maybe he is going to be on a leaf. There we go. There is my herbivore. Now, what eats herbivores? Do you remember? Starts with K. Carnivores. Carnivores. Or maybe just write carnivore. There we go. And I get to draw a carnivore today. What kind of carnivore should I draw? Let's see. How about the cheetah? I hope that that's a cheetah. Sometimes I have trouble telling the difference between a cheetah and a leopard and a jaguar. I know that Miss Julianne has told me many times, but I still forget. You children are so clever. You will know why, what the difference is, I'm sure. So here is my cheetah with lots of spots, and it looks like a little mother cheetah. So I'm going to draw a little cheetah cub on her as well. There's the little nose and the muzzle. Oh, and that little baby has the cutest little paws. So there is my cheetah. Now, what animal eats plants, herbivores maybe, and maybe carnivores? Omnivores. Omnivores eat plants and other animals. So an omnivore I might draw today is, how about a bear? I really like bears. Or maybe a turtle. Let's see which one I draw and see if you can figure it out. All right, let's take a look. I decided to draw the bear, and I think, what color should I color the bear? Is he a black bear or a brown bear? You get to color yours how you would like. I think I'll make mine a brown bear. And lastly, you get to draw a picture of you or your family. Yeah. And on the back, I think I'm going to draw a picture of planet Earth. I like to draw the continents. I think I'm going to draw them green today. Some North America, some South America, Antarctica, a little hint of Asia, and we'll also maybe color in our beautiful water that we need to work at keeping very clean. And remember, Earth Day is on Friday, so we really want to practice taking care of the earth. And we'll color in those continents green. And do you know what I'm going to draw all around my planet Earth today? I'm going to draw little people, because we are the ones taking care of the earth. You might not be able to tell when I draw my people, but I'm thinking of each of you. I'm thinking of Miss Sally, Miss Sonia, Miss Julie Ann. I'm thinking of all of the children from all of our classes, and I'm going to draw them all the way around the earth. And that is our work for today. I look forward to seeing any pictures that you want to send of your booklets. I look really forward to seeing any videos that you want to send. I love that some people have even sent videos of things they're doing at home. Not the work that we're doing on these videos, but sometimes gymnastics that they're doing, or playing an instrument, or washing dishes for mom and dad, or doing some baking, things like that. The sun is important, and you can practice reading your book to mom and dad. For now, I'm going to say au revoir, goodbye lunch bunch, and I will see you tomorrow.